Good afternoon everyone, Tania here again, and it's a nice day today, but I don't have that bounce that I usually have today. It could well be that I've run out of some of my adaptogens from my nutrition program, so I'm not quite as energized and stress-free as normal, and I'm not really sleeping as well as I usually do either, but I was thinking about this song and it was going through my head and I kept challenging myself, asking myself if I had the words right. I am what I am. Now I think that's right, I am what I am. But then I thought about that and I thought, I am what I am. It almost oversimplifies the amazing intricate beings that we are into some concrete thing. I am what I am. I'm a thing. And I thought I didn't really like that because we are complicated. We are intricate with the depth of emotions and feelings and reactions to everything. So I thought I much prefer I am who I am, which is more of a human being, not a human doing, which got me on to thinking who I really am. So, I am Tania. I suffer from obsessive compulsive disorder. I have bouts of depression. I have a lot of anxiety, and I guess I have a lot of symptoms of ADHD and a certain amount of Asperger's autism type traits. I guess a lot of us are on the spectrum, and that is who I am. But what I want to tell you is that that is not what I am. I really hate it when people say, oh, she's OCD or she is ADHD. No, I am not ADHD. I am not OCD. These are things that I may have, but they do not define me. Just the same way as you see someone walking down the street who's broken his leg, you would say, he has broken his leg. You wouldn't then say, he is broken leg. No, it's a part of him. It's not his entire identity. And admittedly, at times in my life, they will become a larger part of my identity than I perhaps want them to, and at times they will be more subdued. But they remain just that, a part of who I am. They do not define me, they do not make up the whole of me. There is so much more to me than just that. And I guess I want to say to any of you guys who suffer from any mental health conditions, that those conditions don't define you. You are not them. That is not all that you are. It's just such a small part, and to overlook the rest of the wonder and amazingness that you are is just such a big shame, just because there's this whole stigma around mental illness. We either don't talk about it, or we talk about it with that very sympathetic, oh, there, slightly patronising manner. And it's just not needed. Or we hide about it. We pretend that we're all fine, that we're all normal. Well, you know, I've had my little video on what's normal before, so everyone knows my thoughts on that. It's just a majority. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong. But to hide it, just because we're frightened of the stigma, is such a bad thing to do. Why? Because we're denying ourselves the chance to talk about it, to be open about it, and here's the most important thing, to get help because of our being open about it. You cannot solve a problem if you don't even admit there's a problem in the first place. How can you take those positive steps to having a better life if you're not going to be open about what the problem is? You can't go to casualty or the A&E department or the doctor and the doctor say, what's the matter with you? And you say, well, nothing, I'm fine, I'm great. It's not going to help solve the problem, is it? You're still going to have the problem, but it does require bravery on your part, because much as we can try to get rid of this stigma that surrounds mental illnesses, we can't do it unless we're totally honest and own it, which is what I'm doing today. I'm owning it, and I'm saying, yes, I have this. It doesn't define me. It is not who I am. And it's okay to not be okay. We don't have to be these perfect, successful, smiley, happy beings all the time. It is perfectly okay for us to have those moments of I'm actually not okay, and to speak out, to reach out, to ask someone to help, but most importantly, for you to do something about it. Take those steps, because you are worth it. You really, really, really matter. And I would hate for someone to be sitting there, you know, without energy, without the motivation, without the desire to do anything other than just lay in bed because they feel so low. It's not a crime to have these kinds of illnesses. It's life. But the important thing is what you do about it. And if you're supporting someone who has these issues, please remember it's not just something they can wish away. You wouldn't say to someone with a heart condition, oh, you know, it'll be all right, just be positive and it'll go away. It won't. It won't. These things are real illnesses. These things are real afflictions that people every day, I think it's 1 in 4 people suffer from depression. These things aren't going to go away unless we actually talk about them, face them, and take steps to do something about it. So just remember, it is okay to not be okay, but please do something about it. Do something instead of just sitting back and being the victim. Sometimes it's easy to be the victim. You get a lot of attention from people. You get a lot of people going, oh, they're there, it's okay. You get a lot of support. You get a lot of attention. But it's a dirty high. And at the end of the day, you are still going to be left alone with just yourself for company. So my call to action for all you guys today is do something for yourself. Do something to take better care of your mental health today. Share with me below. Just send me a personal message. Add me. If you found this useful, subscribe to my videos on YouTube. But do something for yourself. Don't be the victim. Be the victor. Stand up, proud, unashamed of everything that makes you who you are, and say, you know what, everybody? I am who I am. Have a gorgeous day.